Yes, good morning. Good morning, everybody. I am Lisa Meta, coming live from Mexico, still here, but unfortunately, I will be leaving here on Thursday. Wow, what a ride it's been. Today, I am going to be talking about cultivate. So I just saw a few people send me messages that they're coming. So say hi to me if you're here. And just so we can get started really quickly, I want you to start thinking about something that you are cultivating. What is a seed that you've been planting while we wait for a few people to come on in? Hey, everybody, joining me on Instagram. Good morning, David. I love your enthusiasm that you're ready. That's great. Ready to cultivate, ready to grow what you're growing in your life. What are you growing? We're going to be working with a little bit of a seed and a cultivation energy today. So think about what is something that you have been cultivating, or what is a seed. All the last few weeks we've been working with spring themes, and the spring themes are all about preparing for planting and planting the seed, and then knowing what to do with that seed. The seed being your thoughts, your ideas, your visions, your dreams, your desires. So I'm a little jacked up on coffee. It's earlier here. Mexico doesn't do the time change, so it's always throwing me off. I get to have my super early morning with you all manifestors. I love it. So I'm Lisa Meta. For any of you who are new to the group, we grew the group in the last month for like a good 200 people or 100 people, I think. So good morning, Nancy. Buenos dias. So I'm a mind mastery coach and a breathwork practitioner. And what does that mean? That means that I started out as a graphic designer, and then a business coach, and then a life coach, and then a this coach, and a that coach, and a blah, blah, blah coach. And I decided, you know what? No matter what you're building, whether it's your life or your business, your mind is the thing that's holding it all together. Your mind is the thing that's creating it. And I know with my story of having obsessive thinking and really feeling at some point in my life that I was not the master of my mind, that my mission to understand how the mind works, both scientifically but also just energetically and practically. I'm all about practical manifesting, because I find there's a lot of concepts and theories out there, and the law of attraction is amazing like that. But how do we apply it into our life? How do you actually take these, concepts of you are what you think, and then bring it into the everyday so that you are actually cultivating what you want for yourself? And so that's what I help you do, is take everything that's kind of coming in, looking at it from a lens of, is this productive or unproductive? And then teaching you reframing techniques, which also could be voguing or the robot. And reframing it so that it's actually serving your greatest good. It's serving in service of your vision, in service of the plant and the seed that you've been working with or that you so desire. And one of the things that came up for me today, and we're going to do something, we're actually going to do a little breathing. So because there's always a delay, while I talk about this one thing that came up for me, I want everyone, if you're here joining me, to think about what is one, and you can have many, but what is one thing that you're trying to grow right now in your life? So is it a relationship? Is it financial security? Is it something in your health? Is it a project? You can get granular or you can do big. It's okay for this one because we're going to just take it and work with it a little bit. So type in the comments something that you're growing and wanting to actively, a seed that you have planted that you want to watch and cultivate to grow. So you can put that in. For me right now, let's say, actually I have an altar right here, and that's something I was going to talk about as part of the cultivation. Is my altar here is about sacred partnership. I'm looking to take my relationship and my relationships into a different kind of energetic holding. It's more sacred, slowing down. Anyway, so I'm cultivating sacred partnership. But what I wanted to say was, Whew. I gotta slow down because I had a really good thought I wanted to share. That what came to me around cultivating. Oh, I lost it. Okay. So we are going to be working with that idea or that thing that you want to cultivate. So type in something that you're growing. We're going to take it. And one of the things that I always do whenever I am just like getting curious about anything is taking a moment to quickly define it. Not only like look up Webster's definition, but also define it for myself. And I actually found the definition, I found a lot of definitions actually on it, and then of course my own. But I love the idea of cultivation, and cultivating is about preparing. It's a preparation for something to grow, most of the time used for crops and gardening and, for plants. You mostly hear it around that. But you do hear it for actually cultivating a skill, like people are trying to cultivate and deepen, and that's also to acquire and to develop. Both of these definitions require effort and action. And I think that's kind of like the main holding for today, is that change and your dreams and your desires actually require effort. So to bring it from the thinking space into the having, so from the wanting into the having, it requires the passageway of doing, of taking action. I wish it didn't. I wish we could, and it's sometimes when you find yourself in a flow of this style of manifesting, it can feel effortless, but it does require a certain level of showing up, and I always, in all my programs, which by the way, we've got the 30 Days to Change starting April 30th. That program is a cultivation program. That program is how do you show up every single day, 5 minutes a day, just 5 minutes, and watch the cultivation of something. Not only of whatever the big vision of, like, maybe you're working out and you're going to actually see results, but when you show up for yourself every single day, 5 minutes a day, you cultivate trust in yourself. You cultivate confidence. You cultivate discipline, commitment. That's like the nutrients and the minerals inside of the soil. Those are so valuable. And once you have those, you can apply them to anything else. So that's very powerful to show up and to have effort. So let me see what you all are writing in here. Okay, relationship, David, business project, Pat, new holistic project, Nancy. I look great. Thank you. I'm telling you, I'm having some good hair days here with this. The sun, talk about, I cannot even begin to talk about the nourishment here for me, and what it's done to remind me of the quality of life that I think our bodies are meant to have. Like my skin, I feel like this is my natural color. And for me, this is like, I'm so tan, I can't even, like, who am I right now? When I think about the color that I was coming here, it's like really white. It was almost like stripped of nutrients, and just to keep on this topic of cultivating, it's like, I was like stripped of my color, of my, like, the minerals that create the vibrancy of the plant. And I feel good. The sun and the water, and these are exactly what we're talking about. And maybe it's as simple as that, like everyone here spending a moment with your face in the sun every day if you can't get to a beach, or making some decisions to make changes in your life. I mean, my nails, my skin, my hair, my attitude, it's all shifting because I took this huge leap. And I want to say that this was so hard. And so don't always think that, lately I've been really sharing a lot of the transparency about being a coach or being someone who's choosing to be visible here. I am doing this work with you. Getting to Mexico was freaking hard. I had this thing that's called the terror barrier, which, back to the plant and the cultivation analogy, you plant a seed. I've been wanting to come to Mexico for a long time. I want to move here. I want to spend more time here. And then I was okay, so here's the seed you planted underground. Here's the ground. It was growing, but I couldn't always see it. And this is where the cultivation comes in. You must believe. And this is what I was going to say earlier. Okay? If you knew that it was going to work out, that the seed was going to grow, that it was going to happen, how would you move through the process of waiting, of the patience? And I think this is the key to the self-mastery piece of the cultivation. It's this trusting that, or it's actually choosing, if you knew that it was going to grow, if you trusted that you were doing everything you're meant to do, which, by the way, the everything that you need to do, I want to impart. So that's one of the biggest practical manifesting techniques I can offer you right now, is that if you are focused on, because I hear this so much in my coaching, is like, well, I need to let go of this, but I need to let go of this, but I need to let go of this. Okay, well, let's have a moment. Let's honor the letting go. Let's look at the fact that, let's say thank you to everything that has brought you here to this moment. And then boom, let's go. Let's start creating. Let's start putting the energy into the seeds that you're planting. Let's get the water. Let's go make sure it's in the right place in the sunlight, because that's what the cultivation is. It's the preparation. It's the thinking ahead of where does this plant need to be placed. And let's take a moment right now, since everyone here, you all put something in that you're growing. So let's do one of the most powerful things that you can do, which is cultivate it using your breath. How you breathe is how you live. If you can open up your breath and your body to expansion, to receiving more, you're going to be able to come in and go out, contract and expand, and get to know this process of life. Because as you hear me say all the time, your contraction is the preparation for an expansion. Your contraction is a preparation for an expansion. For me, that was a mind-blowing thing. So I hope that is something that can always help anyone listening, because a contraction is something that you can learn to enjoy and be inside of. Okay, so let's take a moment. Just, get yourself into a comfortable position. We're just going to take some really nourishing deep breaths in. You can keep your eyes closed, or you can keep them open or closed. It doesn't matter. And let's just use the connected breath, which is in and out through the mouth. And this is such an expanded breath that it's great for any time, any place, anything. And it's super nourishing. It allows the most amount of oxygen to come into your system and do what it does, which is heal. All right, so take a breath in. Settle in, exhaling out. I want you all to imagine your projects, your business project, your holistic project, your relationship, and imagine it's the seed. Breathing in, breathing out. Keep breathing as I start talking. Your seed is underground, and as you breathe in, you want to imagine the seed just moving slightly like a little sprout coming out of the seed. Breathing in, breathing out. Imagining you're just bringing life. You're pulling that sprout up, and you're just allowing it to be there. Breathing in and breathing out. Just relaxing, feeling the sun hitting the ground, the soil. Stay with your rhythm. Feeling the water, the rain coming down, nurturing and cultivating. Just being with your project, being with the seed, loving it up and giving it this attention right now. Breathing in. As below, so is above. As within, so is without. As you breathe within and open up to making space for this and coming back in, just imagine bringing, almost like breathing life into this project. Start to see it come to life, opening up. You must imagine it in your mind. You must see it coming to life. Imagine what it would feel like to have that holistic project, Nancy. Imagine what it would feel like to be in that relationship, David. Imagine what it feels like, Pat, to be fully in that business project. Breathe it in. Open up. Fill up with it. A few more. Just go inward. Deepen the breath. Breathe in. 3 more. That's 3. Make them the biggest ones that you can make. Ready? 2. Stretching. Last one. Big breath, holding it on the inhale. Hold it. Hold it. Sip in a little more. Ooh. And release. Ooh. Gosh, breath always just can shift anything so quickly, so quickly. So the breath is a great way for you to go in to cultivate your inner alignment, your inner energy. It can be your best friend. You can get to know your breath. You can use it to expand from the inside out. Because this is the thing. Your vision is counting on you. It is not going to create itself. A vision will stay a vision inside of your head. It's a beautiful vision. All visions are beautiful. But unless you tend to it, just like a plant, unless you bring your attention onto it, because where your attention goes, your life flows, it will just stay a vision. And this is the trap that we get into. We stay in the wanting, but not make the journey to the having. The journey to the having means that sometimes you have to go through certain gatekeepers like fear, like self-doubt, like the unknown. To have the thing you want is to leave the comfort sometimes. The thing is that we can make a relationship with these parts of us, like the discomfort, like the unknown. And it doesn't have to feel so hard the more you start to learn how you uniquely move through change. So my system, the science of change, is all about you learning you. How do you move through change? You know, I said here in the beginning that getting to Mexico was hard. It was like I had this terror that was almost like I was going to die. But not because I was scared to come to Mexico, but because I had attachment to where I was. And I needed to address what was holding me. And I finally did it. I took the leap. I had the courage. I got support, and I did it. And everything on this side was amazing. Of course, I knew it would be, because that's the thing. We're afraid sometimes to have the thing that we really want to have. Because who are we then if we're not complaining? Who are we if we decide to get unstuck and not be in the junk? Because sometimes we have to let go of things that are familiar, that are comfortable, that actually are an old identity, but it's so who you think you are that we might have to change who we hang out with. We might have to change some of the things we think we are. Mwah, Gisela. And, you know, I often talk about the fear of failing is over here, but then you grow and you take that leap into the thing that you want to cultivate, and then we have the fear of success, the fear of having the thing that we always wanted. And I remember getting here to Mexico, and I was making up things to complain about. I was laughing so hard at it because I knew exactly what was going on. It was like our minds want to find the problem because we're trained in our society to connect with people on what's not working. And that's why a part of cultivating is hanging out with people that raise you up, that are a part of the sunlight and the nurturing of your seeds, that are the ones that are always saying, yes, you can. Come on, let's go, let's do it. And when your plant starts to fall over because of the wind or because of a storm, that they're there to help, put the stick in the ground and give it the thing that it needs to stand up straight. So, oh, hey, Maria and Saba, everybody. All right, so yes, cultivation has to do with who you're hanging out with. Cultivation has to do with how you're thinking about your life. Cultivation has to do with where you're planting your seed, and Saba here, my friend, my dearest friend, my best friend in the whole world, she just has a farm, and I'm learning so much just by listening to her about where you put your plants. She's growing so many different things, and that there's ways that you can literally plant seeds next to other plants that help it not only grow, keep insects away, and they're like BFFing, and they grow and they have relationships together. Because there's weeds that are going to come through. Weeds are our unproductive thoughts. Weeds are the things that want to strangle and take us down, like our fear and our self-doubt. And they you know what? They might be there. And they're just another beautiful plant that is in the wrong place. That plant is in the wrong place because it's still a plant. And maybe if it were over there, it could cultivate itself and be a different kind of plant. But we call it a weed because it's strangling the thing that we're trying to grow. All right, does anybody have any questions about... Oh, thanks, David. I'm an incredible person. Thank you so much. Take Mexico with you in your heart, mind, and spirit when you travel later this week. Oh, I'm already booked this place. I'm coming back, so expect some more Mexico on your way. Mexico since I'm having this experience, of course I want to create it again. I love it so much. And that's the other thing about cultivating. Go where the love is. Go where you feel amazing. This was such an experience for me to tune into, wait a minute, I feel great. I look great. So stay with that. Do it again. More of that. Cultivate more of the thing that you are feeling good doing. That's really where it's at. Follow the love, follow the joy, follow the laughter. If you're not doing those things in your life, then I would say sit with yourself and have a moment where you make a list of the things that bring you joy, of things that make you laugh, people that make you laugh. If you are finding yourself in lower vibrational energies and you're not laughing as much as you want to be. I mean, I laugh to myself all the time, but life is if there's anything I think we've all learned this last year is life can throw a curveball at you. It can feel short, it can feel long, depending on how you're living your life. So do what makes you feel most alive. Find the sunshine to grow that inner light, that sunlight that's within. And I guess it can feel scary to make that move. It can feel, and I know, and I'm here doing it with you. The thing is that I think it's scarier to not do it. That's what I kind of realized. Like, it was going to be harder for me to know that I wanted to be in Mexico and not do it. I don't know if I could have, I would have had to live with that decision. Yes, Mindy, there will be a retreat here for sure. I just looked into a place over here. It's called Casa Om. It's so beautiful. This place is magic for us to do a retreat, considering that we're right on the water and it's so beautiful and peaceful. So does anybody have any questions about, I'm going to do some cards. So we're going to be put in your number and I'll pick a card for you, or put in a question. So this is about cultivation. So I'm going to be picking a card for you on cultivate, on the theme. And let me see, I want to repeat this one sentence because I really think it's important. It's been so helpful for me. If you knew that it was going to be okay, if you knew that the plant was going to grow into the flower or the tree that it was meant to, how would you move through the process? Instead of doubting it all the time, which then you're just in this energy of doubting. It's the unproductive energy. So if you knew that it was going to be okay, when depression comes, or sadness, or a lower vibrational thing, if you knew it was going to be okay, how would you move through those things? You'd probably embrace them a little bit differently. You might even enjoy them. 9, 6, 9. Ooh, we got 9, 6, and 7. All right, I got you. All right, let's do this. Here we go. We're picking a tarot card if you're just joining in. I see some people on Instagram. So we're going to do it quickly because we're at, oh my God, I always talk so much. I always start these things saying I don't have anything to say. That is not true. I got to make Metamorfize TV. Here we go. All right, Nancy, 9. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. I'm going to do them quickly and then I'll be right back. 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Wow, beautiful little spread. Okay, Nancy, guidance. Look at that. Look at her. She is flowing and glowing. She is in her full cultivation energy. This is about guidance within and guidance without. You can see, oh wait, it's on this side, the little person right there. This is all about listening to your inner guide. And when it comes to cultivation, that's where the seed is. It's inside. So tell me how you want to reflect on this, Nancy. Your guidance. Are you listening within? Cultivate. Yeah, and there's something about flying above that I'm feeling here too, with like looking down onto everything. And this actually has to do with all the inner voices that can sometimes hold you back. So sit with that one. Guidance. It's so beautiful. Okay, so, oh my gosh, no way. Pat, I think you were next. But this is all for all of us. Look at this. Inner voice. Another one. Wow. So listen, this is what's happening. Cultivation comes from within. We cultivate it. We must listen to the inner voice, the guidance. You know what? There's always clues around. You have to tune in. And when you're cultivating something, you're tuning in to what it is, not only but the seed, but you already see the whole thing growing in your mind. That's why in the beginning, when you do the breathing, imagining, feeling, sensing, it's going to feel what to be in that relationship. Feel it in your body. And then if you're looking for a relationship, date yourself. Be the relationship that you want to have. Okay, so inner voice, listen. This is also your third eye. You always know. Trust yourself. Wow, we got some deep ones going on here. Oh my gosh, go with the flow. Mindy, oh no, wait. David, that was number 7. Wow. Oh, and water coming up is so perfect right now because, oh my God, look at all these fluid cultivation. It can feel easy, everybody. Cultivating, blue, emotions, water, go with the flow. I just put out a dedication to water. If you want to listen to it, David, I can send you the link. It's on, it's a meditation and it talks about the power. Think about water knows no limits. One drop at a time is what creates the ocean. Like, how powerful is that? One little seed can actually create a forest. It's amazing. And going with the flow means you are literally like, you know what? You'll always hear me say I'm being rerouted to my best case scenario. That has a lot to do with water energy. Like this weekend, it didn't work out. I was supposed to go away. And instead, my old self would have been like, oh my God, I am so upset. Like this, I'm so looking forward to it. But you know what? I was like, I'm being rerouted to my best case scenario. Immediately just rerouted, created an evening for myself. And guess what? It was amazing. Okay. And Mindy, well, interesting enough, traveling. But this is not just a physical travel, actually. This is more an internal travel. This is about, first of all, it's taking action. It's knowing the journey ahead. It's taking one step in front of the other, following the light. Look at the light right there. Okay, so this one is lower chakras, the first three, red, orange, and yellow. This is grounded, creativity, creation, and solar plexus is power. This is about taking action right now in your life, one step at a time, and continue to show up. This is emotions. This is about feeling. Feel deeply into what it is that you are cultivating. Feel the feelings. Like, what are the feelings if you were to actually have the thing that you are growing? That's how you pull it forward into the light. Inner guidance. These two are, this is a rainbow card. This is a major arcana. This is about your inner knowing. You know, you're already doing it, Pat. Cultivating. Guidance. You're following. Enjoy the ceremony, Nancy. Maybe there's something there. You are going to guide it, and you are going to find guidance. A master always knows it's a student. All right. We're at 31 minutes. I'm blabbering now. I love talking about all this stuff. I need to find a platform, I guess, that I can just keep talking and talking and talking. All right, everyone. I love you. Thank you so much for being here. Go with the flow. Beautiful. One step at a time. Take action. Yep. So I'm around. 30 Days to Change is starting April 30th. That is a powerful program. There's a few people here. Pat and Mindy have done it. I do it all the time. That is a program that will help you trust yourself again, will help you be in action in your life. It will help you remind yourself that confidence comes from showing up for yourself. And it's my best-selling program. You get 30 audios every single day. They're very short. They're very potent. And this program can literally help you shift out of your inner critic and into your inner coach. So if you have any questions and you want to know more, the link is somewhere here. Let's end with some voguing. Breathe in. Breathe it out. Be a great day. Cultivate what you're looking for in your life. You got this. Believe in yourself. I believe in you. Reach out if you need anything. One love. Bye.